good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. It's a beautiful day, and you know it's always my pleasure to be here with you on this show as we talk about entrepreneurship. My name is Tommy Ojelade, and this is the Tommy Rich Show. And today I have with me in the house someone very, very special. She's young, she's creative, and she's innovative. I call her innovative. She's a very creative person, and she's here. She's gonna be talking to us about what she does and how she does what she does. Okay, so good morning, and thank you for having me here. I'm also welcome on the show.
Thank you.
All right, so now to business. What's your name?
My name is Oluwa Damilola Oshifodunrin.
Okay, you're Yoruba.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you do?
Okay, your favorite craftologist.
Oh, okay. Craftology.
Yeah.
Your business name is?
I'm into craft. My business name is Ara Crafts.
Okay, Ara Crafts. Okay. All right. So, what is Ara Crafts?
Okay. Ara is actually a Yoruba word.
Okay.
That means wonder.
Okay.
So
I can say wonder craft.
Yeah, wonder craft. We create wonderful crafts.
Okay.
And our name speaks for us.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, how did this start?
When I try to date the story back, because I've always loved crafts. I've always loved.
Okay, hold that thought. Wait, what? Okay, what? No, your industry is what industry would you classify your
Creative crafts industry.
Okay.
Basically arts.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, arts. Okay, so now in that industry, what do you have a niche?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do. We have a niche because the business is actually facing different aspects.
Okay.
There's the educational aspect of it. There is the creative aspect of it. Of course, even in the educational aspect, because in the educational aspect, we're basically teaching people how to create.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
how to be
how to be
craftologists.
craftologists, exactly. So for the educational aspect, our target is young creative minds
Okay.
that need to be explored, that need a space where their creativity can be explored.
Okay.
A place where they will have no bounds.
Okay.
Nobody, because I usually tell my students the first rule is there's no rules.
Oh yeah.
Be creative.
Just
Do you.
explore your
Think
creativity.
about it. Create it.
Okay.
Think, create. That's just basically what we do.
Okay.
So nobody is here to tell you this is not how
you
to
can't do this or
and
this
I
can't be
usually tell
done.
them the fact that I've taught you to do it this way doesn't mean
You have to do it
all
that
the
way.
time you have to repeat this.
Okay.
Because I could also learn from your own way of doing a particular thing I've taught you. And that has happened a whole lot of times in fact.
Okay.
So then for the creative aspect, like the business aspect of it, we serve schools,
Okay.
we serve people in their homes, we serve business spaces. So we have the B2B,
Space styling,
space styling,
home decor,
yeah, home decor and all of that. So we have the B2B and B2C, business to business,
Okay.
and business to consumers or clients.
Okay.
So we service individual people and we service businesses as well.
Oh.
And that's the B2B aspect is actually I would say it has more opportunities.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Than the B2C.
Than the B2C, because another business doesn't really see you as a competition. They see you as something they need to grow.
Yeah,
Do you understand? So because everybody wants like a makeup studio needs their space looking beautiful.
Yes.
So they don't see you as a competition. They see you as somebody they need.
Yeah.
A nail studio needs you to beautify their space to make it look more like what they do. Let their space speak for what they do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. So, and of course we make bags.
Okay.
So
That's okay. Is
Yeah.
that under creative industry or that's
yes,
under
that's
fashion?
what
It's
fashion.
Yeah, fashion is also
And
creative
also
anyway.
creative,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, that's
So
true.
it's very wide.
Yeah.
The industry is actually very wide and there are a lot of opportunities in it.
Okay.
And we try to, as much as possible, to open our students' eyes
To
to
all
all
the
these.
opportunities.
Like you don't have to box yourself and say, okay,
This is all
just
I can
because I'm working with leather, I should only make bags and shoes. No, there are different other things you can do with leather.
do. Okay.
You can even use leather to make decorative crafts. You can
Yeah.
use leather to make earrings, bangles, So we try to make sure that we're not boxed, because in this industry there's no way you can actually be boxed.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very wide. Indeed,
You
it's
just
very
choose
wide.
your niche and
Choose your
then
niche and
fly. Okay, so now back to how it all started.
Okay, yeah, it started like I said, growing up I loved working with paper, especially paper. I don't know what exactly, maybe because at the time, paper is
That was the only thing you could easily
yeah,
access.
you could
Yeah.
easily access. At that point, I didn't know I could work with leather. Do you understand? I really didn't know.
How long ago was that? I mean, or how old were you at the time? Very young.
When I was like 8, 9.
Oh,
yeah, I can remember when I was 8, 9.
Okay.
We used to fight a lot at home. Like, you've cut paper here again, you've done this here again. But didn't understand that I would eventually cut paper for you. Yeah, so, and even before, I really don't know how far this thing has been, because I've tried to actually think about it. When I was in primary school, so during Christmas, New Year season, I would buy cardboards, make greetings cards, and sell to my neighbors.
Oh, really? As far back as primary school?
As far back as primary school.
You already making money as a child?
Yes, they were Christians.
Okay.
But then I was a Muslim.
Okay.
And I was staying with my aunt then, and she was a very serious Muslim. Well, my neighbors were Christians. Of course, Muslims were not my let's say target market.
Yeah.
Because it was the Christians that usually celebrated Christmas and New Year. Yeah. And took it more seriously than Muslims, obviously. So I was selling to my neighbors at the time.
Okay.
Christmas cards.
So just paper and then design.
Just different designs with markers.
Okay.
So basically the things I would get were cardboards of different colors and markers.
Okay.
And that was just it. I wasn't even thinking so well. Maybe because
you
I
were
hadn't
just a child,
seen things.
and you were just doing it just for fun.
Yeah. Exactly. And to get money for biscuits and all these other things that were important to me then. Very important.
Yeah.
So that was how I started then, without knowing what I was doing. But then when I got to 100 level in
the university,
yes, I attended full-time. So I actually saw somebody selling bags. I had gotten a bag that's in week. Although I had a tough time in the market choosing because I had the picture of the bag I needed.
But you didn't see it in the market.
Exactly.
Okay.
I could see maybe the color in another shape, the shape in another color. It was also frustrating. I just had to end up compromising on my choice.
Okay.
So a day or two after, someone came to my hostel, my room with bags, and I'm like, where were you before? I was just angry, so I didn't even pay attention until she mentioned something. She said they were handmade. And I was like, what? Handmade? You made them? She said, yes, me and my boss. Like, I want to meet your boss. Like, I'm not interested in brand. I want to know how to
meet that person. Okay.
So I got his number, I called, I asked for where his address was. He told me. In my head, I was already like, okay, is there a 3-story building in this area that I've seen? Like, I already saw one very big company. I didn't even know it was a student.
Oh, okay.
Like I was.
Oh, the guy was a student.
Yeah, it was a student.
Oh,
the
boss was
a student.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, I need to meet him. Took me to his room and said, this is our production space. I'm like, our production space. And indeed, he had done it so well that everything was sectioned. Under his bed, he had shelves.
Oh.
He's a very creative person
Okay.
too. And at that point, I just knew that no, I had to learn under this person, because my first meeting with him, I'm already learning something very vital. So I'm like, okay, I need to learn from this guy. I signed up for my training, and that was how the journey began.
Started, okay.
Yes. Because prior to that, I had learned tailoring for a few months or like 2 months or so. I didn't graduate.
Why you're not so interested in that?
A whole lot of things happened.
Okay.
It was just there was this ASU strike between my pre-degree and my 100 level. So I just wanted to make myself useful.
Okay.
I still know how to sew. Yeah, but it's not just.
Did you make this?
No, I don't make this.
Okay.
It's not just where my passion is
Okay.
as such.
Okay.
So I'm a very lazy sewer when it comes to clothes. But
Yeah.
at least that knowledge was very useful when
Yeah.
I started
At least
making bags.
working with machines.
Yes, so I didn't even, my boss didn't even have any problem with that. He didn't have to teach me how to use the machine. He didn't have to teach me how to make straight stitches or cuts, all those things.
You already had that experience.
Yeah, he just had to put me through because cutting clothes was different from cutting leather. I could realize that, but he put me through very well. And we started out with just bags until I think 2017 when I was doing my IT. Then I said to let me explore packaging because then I used to deliver my bags in paper bags. So I made them myself.
Paper bags.
Yes, paper bags. I made them myself.
Okay, you make paper into bags.
Yes, just the normal carriage bags.
Yeah,
paper bags. Yeah.
Okay.
So they were handmade to deliver my own products. So I'm like, okay, can't I explore this as well? I know I had friends that make shoes. I'm like, okay, they need shoe boxes and all of that. So I already had a market, so to say, and I'm like, okay, let me explore this aspect as well. I went to the market, of course, thank God for University of YouTube, and because it was in me also already, so I started exploring that aspect, and that was how we started the branch of Ara that does product packaging. Okay. Yes. Okay.
So you do product packaging now.
Yes, now. Yes.
Okay.
So we make
so
boxes.
This too also started back then.
Yeah, back then.
Wow.
So this was in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, that was when we started making product packaging items. And grew from there. Later on, we started because while I was in my IT, I had an opportunity to learn graphics too. Okay. So I usually made sure that everywhere I found myself, I learned something. I wasn't meant to be in the editing room because I studied physics. So I was put in the
wait. You studied physics in
physics
university?
Electronics, yes, for 5 years.
And now you are in the creative industry?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was meant to be in the maintenance room. Okay. But then it was a media house, University Media Center in University of Ibadan. Okay. So the mass comm students were the ones in the editing room. But then I decided I wanted to learn something, yes, because I knew it would eventually be useful. Yes. So I started going there, and eventually I got to know the work so well that when new IT students come, my courses are just relaxed and they're like, go and make them, should teach you. So I then training mass comm students.
Physics then training mass comm students.
Exactly. So I learned video editing.
Really?
Yes. So
you can edit videos.
I edit videos. Wow. And it really helped me. It helped the business as well. Because there were times I couldn't afford to pay a graphics designer. You just do my
do it yourself. Yeah, of course.
In fact, sometimes when I lack the motivation to design, I intentionally go to someone that is very good and ask for price. By the time I hear the price, the inspiration just comes and I design my thing. Yeah, although because of workload and all of that, sometimes I get to outsource. But even in outsourcing, I didn't know what I want. I could easily do a sketch, send it to the person. It makes it easier for me, makes it easier for the person as well. So I try as much as possible to take advantage of every opportunity. So I knew that during my IT there, I had a whole lot of opportunities. I wasn't even looking for someone I would get paid for my IT.
You just wanted to learn.
Yeah, I just wanted to learn because I know what it leads to when you get paid for IT of 6 months. They want to use all your time. Okay. And I didn't have all that time.
You're paying you.
Yeah. So I could easily form a good relationship with my bosses. And I have this thing when it comes to negotiating my way through things. Okay. It's probably a gift or a skill, or maybe the two together. So I get to even negotiate my time. I'm like, okay, I'm going out by 2 today, sir. And I make sure that from that 8 to 2, I'm actually very present. And so when it's time for me to take permission, they never rejected. They never. All that IT students would feel
useful while you were.
They would feel it was favoritism or whatever, but I'm like, oh, come on, when you're here, what do you do? So, so that's how the journey started. Yeah. It was just last year we really got into the whole space styling thing
Okay.
when we moved into the hub.
Okay.
I mean, we are crafters.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't be like, you can't just come into our space and not get to have
Everybody's
some
just
wow
boring,
moments. And
yeah.
like, oh wow!
Yeah.
You know, most times when we get people in our space, we jokingly, when we show them something and they're like, wow, like, you need to shout.
And just
You,
wow.
you don't whisper such, you shout it because you know we take pride in our work.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
just last year we started the whole space styling thing,
Okay.
and we saw a lot of opportunities
Okay.
that are in it. Because
Okay.
it's more like interior decor.
Mhm.
It's you crafting out the elements. So
Yeah.
it's not just you buying a lamp and fixing it somewhere. It's you making that lamp,
Okay.
fixing it there.
Oh.
So it's a whole lot, but it's very interesting.
Yeah, I
You
can
enjoy
imagine you enjoy. Yeah, it's actually good when you do what you enjoy doing. That it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it feels like
Exactly.
you just
Having
having
just
fun.
having fun.
Exactly,
Just
and you get to pay, having fun. You know.
just like a footballer
Exactly.
getting paid for
You know.
playing.
Exactly for playing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so now what's your inspiration? Like, what inspires your designs, your works now? How do you get inspirations?
okay. Basically anything can inspire me.
Okay.
And I try to imbibe this same culture in every of my students
Okay.
because I tell them you need to start walking with your eyes open,
Mhm.
not like you've been walking with your eyes closed.
Yeah,
But
of course.
literally you have
Yeah, you don't just look at
you
things.
don't just look at things.
See.
You see
Yeah.
you see things. So something random could just inspire,
Just spark something.
because we upcycle as well.
Okay.
Yes, that's changing something ordinary into
I'm sorry.
another thing.
Upcycle.
Yes,
Okay.
upcycle.
I know about recycle.
Yeah, so recycling is breaking it down completely.
Okay.
So that's why you can have some t-shirts made from nylons.
Okay.
You won't know it. You won't see any traces of nylon.
Of nylon. Okay.
But upcycling is, you can still see traces. Like sometimes you need to be.
This is actually this thing,
Yes,
but made
this
into
thing,
something
but made
else.
into something else.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we upcycle. So even that alone, because that upcycling journey itself started. I have a mentor in different aspects.
Okay.
Like my mentor in upcycling, Mrs. Jumoke Olowokere, she was the one that opened my eyes to all those things, and it was through volunteering.
Okay.
She had an event in 2018 or so where she wanted to train some kids, and I volunteered as one of the trainers.
Okay.
And of course, the trainers were first trained.
Mhm.
So, and ever since then, we've been in sync. We're still very much in contact till this day, and she has held my hands through the journey of upcycling.
Okay.
So because we upcycle, we get to see, no matter how ordinary whatever might seem, we get to see things
in that thing.
I
Yeah.
could remember, okay, there was a day I went to an electrical store
Okay.
to buy some wires, and I saw one. There's this spool. It's called the spool, where wires are wrapped around. And
Okay.
the wire was finished, and that thing was just there. I'm like, okay, are you guys going to throw this thing away? They started asking me questions. What do I want to do with it? Let's see if they could say it.
Yeah.
Like, you want to throw it away? I said, yes. I said, okay, maybe let me help you throw it away. He kept asking me questions. What do I want to do with it? I said, I honestly don't know yet. And I didn't actually know.
But you just knew that
I just
something
knew that.
would come
Why
out.
would you throw this away? Like, even in my house right now, you dare not throw anything away
Without asking
without
first.
asking me. It has to go
Like,
through
do you
me.
need this?
Exactly.
Should we throw it away?
Because they know even if they throw it away, sometimes when I get home, I'm like checking the pin. Why did you throw
Seeing
it
if anything of value has been thrown
Yeah,
away.
exactly. So, and Mrs. Shumake always says that waste is man-made. The reason why we waste it is probably because we don't know another use to put
For
it
it,
into.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I think the upcycling thing really, it helps. Okay, so the upcycling aspect of the business actually helps us to be more creative, more open to new ideas, new concepts, and it makes the whole business more interesting.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. So you can work with, anything.
Anything exactly to create.
You don't always have to
wonder.
buy new
Exactly.
material for what you
Yeah,
do.
we don't always have to buy.
Okay, so that's cool. Now, talking about your brand, where do you see Ara Crafts in, say, 5 years?
Okay. First, I have a dream to raise a lot of creatives
Okay,
around
that's
the
the
world.
educational part
Yes,
of
that's the
your.
educational aspect of
Okay.
it because, and that in turn even helps the brand
Mhm.
definitely because you know you have it's more like having agents in different aspects in different places.
Yeah, different
You
because they
understand?
would
It's
all be
yeah, they
in
won't
one
all be in
place.
one place.
Yes.
So I see our crafts as a brand growing to that level where
Okay.
we can actually make deals in different places, no matter where the geographical location is.
Mhm.
So that's it.
Okay.
Growing beyond borders.
Beyond borders.
Yes,
Okay.
taking creativity beyond borders.
That's big. Big dream.
Yes,
It's good
it
to always
is, yes.
dream big. You know?
Yes,
Yeah.
because if
You
your
just-
dream doesn't scare you, then it's not big
Exactly.
enough.
Yeah, when you think, how am I going to do this? How am I going to get there? Well, of course,
It doesn't always look realistic.
Exactly. You don't know how you're going to get there, but
It's
just
more
like
like
that
a fairy
dream
tale.
in your heart.
And eventually, you just see it playing out.
Yeah.
gradually.
And then when you get there, you're like, wow, I didn't even know how I was going to get here. Yeah. Okay, so now, what principles do you use in life that helps you in life and also in business?
Okay, I have different principles.
Okay.
A whole lot.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of strong belief systems that have helped me, both personally and also in the business.
Okay.
I'll mention, let me say, about 3 or 4.
Okay.
One of it is humility,
Okay.
because being in a creative industry, you must be learning. You must be willing to learn.
Yeah.
And if you're willing to learn, then it means you must be teachable.
Yes.
And for you to be teachable, you just have to be
Be
humble.
humble, yeah, because you can learn
Because
from
you can learn
anywhere,
from
anyone.
anybody. In fact, I tell my trainees that the fact that you're learning from me doesn't mean I can't learn from you. In fact, from this training, I'll be the one gaining more. Because you're coming with, you don't have the know-how
Yeah.
to do, so it means your questions could actually spark up something.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just feel, because you don't know how to, you don't know the stress involved.
Yeah.
Just can't we
Yeah.
do this?
Some questions that may seem silly.
Yeah.
But
then it just sparks like,
yeah.
oh, this is actually possible. Let's try it. So I usually put that first in there. Like, don't think I can't learn from you, and don't be boxed. Explore your mind. Like, your creativity is based on your own experience.
Yes.
Things you've seen, I probably haven't seen. The
Yeah.
things I've seen, you probably haven't seen. So all those things help.
Yeah.
Yeah. So humility is one. Excellence is another.
Okay.
Because I usually say it's best to strive for excellence in
Whatever you
everything
do.
that we do. In being human,
Yeah.
in being anything, we must just strive for excellence.
Yeah.
So that is another thing that helps me personally and even for the business.
Okay.
Then I would say love,
Okay.
because you never go wrong with love.
Yeah. That's
And
true.
when you love, you're lovable.
You love, yeah. When you give it, you get it.
Yeah, when you give it, you get it, and it also helps to even keep you in business.
Yeah.
Yeah, because relationships are built
Yeah. On love also.
on
yeah.
love, yes, and then character.
Yeah.
Like the issue of character can really not be overemphasized.
No, you can't. You can't.
Because as an individual relating with people, you get to relate with people every day.
Every day. Yes.
Both the sane, the insane, and those ones that are in the middle. So
Yeah.
you just have to learn to
Interact with everyone.
Interact with
Just
everybody.
relate with everybody
based on what it like
their individual
differences.
differences.
Nobody's going to be like you. Nobody's
Yeah,
going to
exactly.
understand
And I think
things
it's
the
even
way you do.
selfish to expect everyone to think.
I mean, the
or
life,
act
this
like
whole
you.
life will just be boring.
Yeah, exactly.
If everyone is facing one
Yeah,
direction.
yeah.
We don't have anything to laugh about,
Nothing
anything to joke about. So,
Everybody just one way.
yeah, so character, love, humility,
Okay.
those things have really
Helped you
and
in life.
helped, yes.
Okay. All right, that's good. Okay, so now, do you read books?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what kind of books do you read?
I read books that have values that I see myself imbibing.
Okay.
So sometimes I find myself reading books that are based on building relationships.
Okay.
I find myself reading books on parenting. I
Okay.
find myself reading business books, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
And because it's life is a learning process.
Yeah.
The moment you stop learning, you stop living.
You stop living. That's
And
true.
I believe reading books means learning from different people's experiences. Because even the writer himself or herself is writing based on their personal experiences and the experiences of other people. So the value of reading books is really weighty.
Yeah.
In growing,
Of course. And
in moving towards success.
Yes, towards your
So
goal.
towards your goals. So no matter how little,
As they
I'm
say.
I'm not the kind that can finish maybe a book in 3 days.
Yeah, so if I'm very good at that, one book per week.
One book, but I don't deceive myself. I'm a lazy reader,
But you read.
I read and I try as much as possible to make sure that okay, what I've learned in this book, I need to apply it. I need to weigh it and say, okay, how do I apply this to my personal life? That's more important to me than
of course, it's not just
finishing.
It's not just consuming knowledge. It's actually
and sometimes I actually go online to read book reviews.
Okay, yeah.
That's like a lazy way of doing it.
But you still get information
Yeah,
from
you
the
get the
book,
information from
from
people
other
that have
people.
read it and
Yeah.
have shared their own point of view.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting.
Are you reading any book right now?
Currently I'm on the Smart Money Tribe.
The Smart Money Tribe.
Yes, Smart Money Tribe by Ara Crafts.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Do you attend business seminars, lectures?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Aside even attending, we also post.
Okay, you
business
do
events.
post
Yes,
too.
in the hub, in our hub.
All right.
Because let me say, I'm someone that likes to grow, and I don't like growing alone.
Yeah, we
like,
growing together.
I like growing with people. Even when I'm putting in for maybe a course or something, I like to carry somebody along. Look, I'm learning this and I feel it will be useful for you. Okay, I'll show you some materials. I like to grow with people. So that's actually has helped us in, let me say, scheduling some events that are even let me say more like localized, because with our events we don't work with large numbers. I mean, there are always big events when we get to attend, and because we can't ask those questions that are actually on our minds, because you feel okay, maybe somebody else is going to ask. Okay, there's so many people
There are too many
here.
people, yeah.
How am I going to ask this question? So we work with smaller groups of like 10, 15.
People can be free
Where
to
people can
ask
actually be free to ask
questions, any kind of questions
Yes.
they may
So
have.
we have different of such meetups that we host in the hall. And aside that, I love attending events because building a network is very important.
Very important. That's actually one of the importance of
if I'm
attending seminars.
It's very important because you get to meet like-minded people, people that are growing in the same direction as you are.
Yeah.
So you get to meet with them, you expand your network, you learn from them because you create friendship from such meetings.
Yeah.
So it's very, very important.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so let's talk about online marketing. Do you market your brand online?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So, comparing online and offline marketing, which do you think is better? Is one better than the other? Let's even start with that. Is one better than the
I
other?
wouldn't say one is better than the other.
Okay.
But we need both.
Okay.
Because the world is now digital.
Yeah.
That's very true. You can reach a wide range of people, a wider audience online. But what then happens when people around you don't even know what you're doing?
Okay.
So nothing beats the physical thing.
Okay.
I learned it recently from a friend of mine too, who told me one day he was going to meet with people. He's a graphics designer.
Okay.
And he said he was going to meet with people in stores around.
Yes,
and I was like, oh wow, that's another angle.
Yeah.
And that day I remember I was like,
You're going from store to store.
like it was meeting with them physically. I mean, there are so many adverts online
Yeah.
where people just get to scroll down and they're like, okay,
Okay.
I'll use another one, use another one. But it's more relatable when someone actually walks up
Well,
to you
yeah.
and then has something online to back it up.
Yeah.
So I feel like we should not neglect the offline marketing
Okay.
just because we already have the online platform.
Okay.
Because of course, people use it positively and negatively. That's why there's scammers online.
Yes.
When people can put a face to the brand,
yes,
and they see you, they feel more like you can relate to their problems. You can, so both of them actually go hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. That's good. Okay. So now we've been talking about work. So let's talk about relaxation. How do you unwind?
Okay. I actually get to do that more intentionally because that requires more strength from me. Because
Really?
I consider my work as play,
not work.
as not work like that. So let me say, to unwind, I could hang out with friends.
Okay.
Sometimes I watch movies
Alone.
Sometimes I watch movies. Sometimes I just hang out with friends. And even in the hub, we have because we do other activities aside just learning craft. Okay, let's craft. But we have other activities. Like there's this fun flash we do on Wednesdays. Where we get to play games.
Oh, every Wednesday.
We get to play games just to relax and in even doing such, people get to loosen up the more. They get to connect, and it in turn even helps during work because you've played together. So it's much easier to work together.
Okay. Yes.
So
and it kind of refreshes you.
Exactly. And it builds the mind.
Yeah, true. It's not just about working all day.
Yes.
Wow, that is really good. Thank you. This has been so enlightening. Okay, now one advice for upcoming entrepreneurs. Okay, before that, one question I have for you, one last question. If you were offered a job, now, right this minute, okay, come take up this job, what would you do? Would you take up the offer?
I would.
With good pay.
Yeah, definitely. I would first analyze the opportunities that are involved.
Okay.
The first question I'll ask myself is, would this job require me living, like detaching myself from what I currently do from here?
Okay.
And if that is the case, then another question I'd like to ask myself is, are there any opportunities here that will be in the job that will be useful for me, for my dream?
Okay.
If I can answer this question and I see that, okay, there's really an opportunity here that would in turn help what I'm doing, would help my dream, then I could take the offer, but I'll have a target.
Okay.
They definitely don't have me for up to a year. Yes.
Really?
So I could go for maybe 4 months.
I think your employer would buy that.
Well, I feel like if they know that I'm valuable enough to come on board for them, because I know definitely I would give it my best to make sure that I'm not just taking value from the company.
I'm also
giving
adding
value. Yes. So, and it all boils down to knowing how well to negotiate your way through things.
Yeah, that's true.
So I might not tell them it's 4 months, but I'll let them know that you don't have me for long. But as long as I'm here, you're going to feel
the best of me.
And you're going to have the best of me, and it's going to be a win-win thing.
Yes.
And I'll also make sure that I set things in turn and get the business running without my physical presence.
Okay.
And that's the only condition. But if that's not the case,
no,
thank you.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Exactly. I'm not taking the offer.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So now back to the advice. What advice do you have for young upcoming entrepreneurs?
Okay. For upcoming entrepreneurs, the first advice I have is, it's never easy.
Okay.
It is never easy.
So don't come in thinking it's just going to be smooth and rosy.
Don't think it's like, okay, taking a 9 to 5 job is stressful.
But there's some
It's-
security in
Yeah, there's some
knowing that at the end of the
security.
month
You should get something.
Yeah.
Exactly. So coming into the entrepreneurial world with the mindset of, oh, I have my time. Oh, it's a lie. You work for more than 24 hours in a day, safe.
Yeah, if you have no
First, you mustn't come in with the mindset of things being easier.
easy, okay.
Yeah, it's not easy on either part. So that you're taking a job or you're building
You're
a
doing your
brand,
own
or
thing.
you're doing your own thing.
Mhm.
It's not easy.
Okay.
The grass is not green on any side.
Yeah.
You're the one that has to water your grass well and
Yeah.
to make it bloom.
Mhm.
So the thing is, you must just stay consistent at what you do.
Okay.
Be consistent, like keep growing. Be consistent with your growth.
Just don't stop.
Don't
Keep
stop.
doing it.
Don't be satisfied with, oh, okay, I have the whole of my street. Oh, let me sit down. Someone from the next street is going to take over soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you understand? So you
Mhm.
must keep growing. You must keep learning.
Mhm.
Because when you stop learning, you stop living,
Yeah.
and you just start dying. So you must just keep learning, be consistent, and keep giving your best.
Okay.
Keep giving your
Even when
best.
you're not making the
Like you're going to face that particular not making the many times,
Yeah.
many times in the
so
business.
that doesn't mean you should quit.
Doesn't mean you should quit.
Mhm.
It doesn't mean you should quit. Just keep trying, keep doing your best.
Try
Try.
and try again.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's basically my advice. It's not easy. Nobody's going to lie. I'm not going to tell that lie.
Okay.
Aspire to perspire. It's not
Okay.
easy, but you just have to keep.
You have to keep
and
moving.
Find something that makes you tick,
Yeah. Okay.
so that you don't stop.
Mhm.
So
You
keep
just always find a
going.
reason to keep going.
Yes, and definitely the God factor.
Yeah. Put God
You
first.
have to put God first. Like,
Mhm.
if whatever you're doing can't please God, if with whatever you're doing you can't keep God in the picture,
Okay.
then if God
It's
is not
useless.
your story, I don't know what story you have.
Mm-hmm.
So
Alright.
that's it.
Thank you. Thanks for that advice. Okay, so now in your area of business, do you have a lot of competition?
Yes,
Okay.
we do. Because our
And
business
with the
is-
competition, what makes your brand stand out?
Okay, so like I said, we have a lot of people doing stuff,
Yeah.
doing amazing stuff. I mean, Nigerians are very creative.
Very. Yeah. I
Very
have seen a lot. Very
In
creative.
fact, we
Yeah.
are very creative,
Yeah.
and that's one of the things I appreciate the most about where we are.
Mhm.
Because even despite all odds, you see people doing
Doing
great
things. Yes.
Okay, so concerning the different aspects of our business, I'll take bag making, for instance. We have a lot of people that do bags, nice bags.
Mhm.
One of the things that makes us stand out is we don't just do, we want every of our designs to speak excellence.
Okay.
Yes, so we put in the excellent spirit to everything we do.
That you do.
Yes, so in terms of the interior decor, which is our space styling, for instance, we don't just pick things around, from stores and use it to decorate. I mean, that is also hard work.
Yeah.
But we go the extra mile. We create
Create the
our
things
space
that you
styling
do.
elements. Yes,
Okay.
because we want everything we do to be a state of the art kind of.
To just be different
to
from
be
the
different,
regular things
not
that you see
something you
around.
see everywhere.
Yeah.
We want to style your space, and your guests are wowed every time
Every
they
time.
come. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
are you serious? This is made from. Do you understand?
Yeah. Mhm.
So our elements get to be conversation starters, like
Okay.
really seriously. Like, you
Mhm.
just can't be in a space with style and just sit down. No, you would have to be wow.
Yeah, just like
everything
I was
that we
wow
do.
the first time I walked in
Exactly.
here. Yeah.
Then also our event planning aspect of the business. When we
Okay.
plan events, not only do we host
Okay. You also
business
plan
events, we
events.
also plan events,
Mhm.
corporate events.
Okay.
Like
okay.
company dinners, award nights, and
Okay,
stuff
okay.
like that. Not weddings,
No, the weddings and birthdays.
and birthdays, yeah, not all that.
Okay.
So the fact that we have carved out a niche
Mm.
for our event planning and coordination makes us stand out.
Okay.
You can't just jump on us with just any event.
Okay.
But you be sure that you're going to get quality.
When you handle
when we
events.
handle
Okay.
events.
Okay.
So for all those other parties like weddings and the likes, we can come in as event decorators, but not as coordinators
Okay.
of the event.
Okay.
Yes, because
Okay.
of course it's more work. It's
Yeah.
more work. You're dealing with families here.
True.
So we try as much as possible to make sure that we stand out in everything.
Everything that you do.
Bring out the wonder.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You bring up so your work speaks
Yes.
for
Yes, exactly.
your work.
Yes, the work speaks for the work.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
I like that.
Okay, that is very good. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much.
the time. I know you're a very busy person, so
Oh,
thanks
okay.
for taking out the time.
Thank you so
And
much.
alright guys, you have heard her. I'm sure that you have learned one or two things from everything that she has said, as I have also learned. Okay, thanks for watching. I will see you again next time, and until then, keep living and keep loving. Bye.